One great way to measure how well you are progressing on your spiritual path is how well you handle challenges. This is very well explained by Eckhart Tolle. As the world shifts through an era of chaos, which it always does through history, it shifts through eras of peace and eras of chaos, kind of like a wave. You can use these moments of chaos, of turmoil, of challenge, whether it is in your own personal life or if it's something that's happening on the greater scale like it is now. You can use these moments to become more intensely aware. Personally, I have been through some very difficult challenges in the last year to year and a half, and it has been very hard to stay peaceful within. I've found myself struggling to meet the necessary requirements to stay peaceful within myself. I found myself, in a sense, not spiritually strong enough to handle these challenges. They were more than my capacity to handle. But listening to spiritual texts and teachers, studying spiritual texts, and practicing meditation and different mindfulness practices has been exponentially helpful. I feel like I would have been much worse off without them, and it would have been way more difficult to cope with the challenges that I've been through without the practices, without the teachings to help guide me through these moments, to help put them into better perspective rather than becoming more buried in unconsciousness and negativity. I had moments of that, but then pulled back and allowed myself to grow through those challenges. Spiritual practice is not easy. It requires you to step outside of your comfort zone and into a different mode of being. It requires you to shift your focus from within from without, where everything else is happening on the outside, to within, changing that attention to within and how you're responding to the situation, how you're reacting to the situation. You start taking responsibility for what is happening within you, and then also from there, responsibility from what happens around you as well. This doesn't mean that everything is your fault, but rather that you have the ability to respond to the situation, to any given situation. And that's where the word responsibility comes from. The ability to respond. So if someone, let's say, is hurt, if you have the ability to respond and help in that situation, then you should respond. If you don't have that ability, if let's say you're unable to respond to that situation, then there's nothing wrong with you not responding. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Keep living, loving, leveling up, and seize your moment to give you enough.